What the heck are you guys doing in there? In the fridge of all places? I mean, it is pretty well stocked. We got some ginger ale, which, oh, this is nasty, by the way. My mom likes to drink that stuff. Mountain Dew, I try to stay away from soda. We got some pickles. You guys aren't here for a fridge tour, right? You're here to see the truck. Actually, you're probably here for the Mach 1 Mustang. But this is episode number 4 in the F-150 series. I have kind of a surprise for you guys today. I kind of hinted, if you watched episode 3, at what was going down today. So if you watch that one, you maybe know what's up. We are going to replace, let me set my water down here. I mean, does anything look out of place when you look at this thing? Right? Everything looks nice. The frame, the exhaust, everything's been painted. New gas tank. But you know, these just, maybe they don't need replacing, right? But we're gonna replace them. Today is shock day. That's right, we're gonna install the Bilstein shocks in the rear, and that was something that I hadn't planned on doing, but just like painting the frame and some other things, you guys have made some suggestions. I'm listening, I read all the comments, I promise. The good ones, and the bad ones, and the mean ones, there's plenty of those. But we're going to install the Bilstein shocks today. I promise you, I got a steal on these shocks, because I know people are going to say, why in the world on a 93 F-150 would you put Bilstein shocks in? Like, that's, you know, some higher end stuff. These, okay, let me just break it down. Let me explain to you real quick before we get into the work. I could buy the AutoZone brand ones, I guess, like Duralast, just whatever they had in stock at the store, for I think it was $65 or $5 more, because there was a sale, plus I had a coupon. I could get the Bilsteins, literally $5 more a piece. So why would I not pay $70 for Bilsteins instead of $65 for the Duralast ones, right? It's like, go with the Bilsteins. Man, maybe, you know what? Let's open up the box. I've not seen these in person yet. I'm so excited. Let's do this. So first things first, of course, we got to open up the parts. That's always the exciting part. Taking a look at what you got. I've heard that a lot of people don't like the yellow and blue, but I think that's like Bilstein's signature thing. So I'm cool with it. I mean, the ones that are on it currently are yellow. So, you know, I feel like once you see it, you're like, yeah, those are Bilstein shocks, right? And you guys voted on the community tab on the YouTube channel and said that that's what you guys preferred. That was like your go-to brand, was the Bilsteins. Oh, baby, you know what? Hold on, we got to open one of these up. We got to take a closer look at this. See if we can set you guys down right here. All right. Now, just keep in mind, if you are new to the channel, I am not a mechanic. My car knowledge is pretty limited. I'm learning as I go, and I think that's part of the fun, but I'm willing to listen to suggestions. I'm also willing to take a step back and know when I'm in over my head. But I have some common sense, and I'm not afraid to just dive in, right? Oh, baby. Oh, yes, there we go. This looks so much bigger once I actually have it out. I like it. This is gonna look pretty cool. I've never replaced shocks before, but it looks pretty straightforward. Let's start wrenching. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot, I probably should mention, these are the B6 4600s. So Sportwagen Zoom Innenbau, or otherwise engineered for performance. That was my poor attempt at some German. Now down here underneath for the bottom, I've actually got a wrench that I can hold this in place, and then we'll hit it with the impact over on the side. We're gonna see if we can do the same thing on the passenger side. This one feels like maybe it's been kind of rounded off slightly in the past. So we're gonna see if we can get it to kind of hold in place here how we want. This one might fight us a little more. There we go. Not too bad. We just had to flip the wrench around. So that's got the bottom one out on the passenger side as well. Whew, it's probably just kind of a little rusty in there. So it's fighting us some, which is what we expected. So it's not too big of a deal. You know what I could probably do? See if we can. There we go. Come on, I gotta remember. Work smarter, not harder, right? That's what I'm always saying, and look at me over here. So of course it extends a little bit, not too much more. You can see that nice new yellow up in there. So let's just go do the same thing to the other side. We'll take the top out and we're ready to go. All right, we're gonna break out the big boy toys. Just need something to give it a little oomph, to just kind of encourage it a little bit, you know? It's actually probably dumb. Let's not do that. There we go. We just had to work it. That's all, just work it. I wonder how hard this is. How hard is this to like push down? I'm curious. Oh boy, that's probably a mistake. How quick does that go back up? Okay. Slowly. Look at that. Hey, a lot of people get mad. They say I have too much fun doing this. Listen. Just have fun with everything. Have fun in life. If you're working on a car, I guarantee you that you'll enjoy it a lot more if you just have some fun. That's number 2. Yeah, buddy. Nothing like laying out some fresh parts. There's the new Bilsteins next to the old, dirty, crusty, corroded, rusted old shocks. Man, it looks good. I have to tell you, I think what's funny and what a lot of you mechanics are probably realizing, and what you're gonna tell me, is swapping out parts, putting new things on is probably the fun part. Let me know down in the comment section if you're a mechanic or you work on a lot of cars. I'm guessing that's the fun, easy part. What sucks with probably mechanic work is diagnosing issues, problems you're having with the vehicle, having to run a lot of different tests, trying to pinpoint it, because as I've told a lot of you guys, I am a computer guy. I worked for a computer company building custom computers, diagnosing PCs for about 10 years. I also had my own company doing the same thing. And it's the same with computers, right? Just installing in a new water cooler or air cooler, putting RAM in, swapping in a video card, power supply, all that stuff is fun. But when someone brings in something that's a problem and you're trying to diagnose it, that's not so much fun. So I'm gonna enjoy these times of swapping stuff out and putting new parts in. This stuff is fun. And I am gonna install it boot up. I actually read a couple of forums and looked at some suggestions, and Bilstein says that you want to install it with the logo up, ideally. Now, of course, I also read that doesn't make a difference. It will perform the same either way. Some people probably say they want to do the boot down so they can see it, but then, you know, then the boot's probably just going to get jacked up anyways with debris and sticks and other various things. So I'm not really worried about looks. I want performance. Says the guy who went and anyways. So we're gonna install it with the boot up. Let's get them in there. Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, like I said, these aren't necessarily tutorial videos, but many of you can learn from my mistakes, so that's a good thing, right? Second off, you may not know, my wife is actually holding the camera at the moment, and she tried her best to tell me that I should install from the bottom first, because as I told you guys, it's already past where I need to mount it. And I said, no, I'm a manly man. I have manly muscles. what I'll do is mount it from the top, and then I'll go underneath and I'll compress it, and then we'll do it like we want to do it, right? Well, I'm not strong enough to compress it from the bottom. So if you have a 1993 F-150 and you get these Bilstein shocks, it might be smarter to put it in from the bottom, so then that way when you need to compress it, you actually can put your weight on it and go from the top. Like I said, learn from my mistakes. Doing some stuff by hand, trying to look manly in front of my wife while she records. For those of you that don't know, I currently weigh about 116 pounds soaking wet. So my body weight doesn't do a whole lot for this. So I'm gonna see if I can compress this down somehow. As you can see, we're a couple inches. We need to go 2 or 3 roughly. And you know, like I said, I'm not the strongest guy. I don't have a lot of body weight. I know you can't see anything, but it's going down. So then what we're gonna do is compress it down and then catch it. Close. And there we go. And it might kind of scoot over a little bit if you're not all the way when we put that on there. But then that way, what we should be able to do is now we can just snip this, which I don't have my knife in my pocket. Basically we'll cut or snip this and then just tighten top and bottom and should be good to go. Slides right out. So then, yeah, basically we just need to kind of snug these up, make sure they're on there good and tight. Oh yeah, there we go. So passenger side is complete. And that's pretty much it. The Bilstein shocks are installed on the 93 F-150. I don't really know much of what to show here. It looks good because it's, you know, not as corroded and rusty as the old ones. You can see the signature Bilstein yellow and blue kind of poking through the side. It still looks pretty good with the bed off anyways, because everything's all painted and whatnot with the new gas tank and the new shocks. Hopefully they ride well. Thing is, guys, I don't really remember how well this truck rode or how well it didn't ride. So I won't really be able to compare the old ones, but I know that I've got some good new ones in the back. I'm actually considering doing the front ones as well, just because. But the reason why we went ahead and did this, some people may say, well, why did you do the back and not the front? It's because the bed was already off and it was easier to get to everything. So it just made sense to me. Why not go ahead and just swap them out while we've got the bed off? So I think that we are pretty stinking close. The only other thing, honestly, that I can think of with this truck before I put the bed on is to run it a little bit more. Make sure I don't have any leaks or anything with the gas lines, any of that good stuff. I put the bed back on it. Get tags, of course. We 2003. Get tags, insurance, because I'm a responsible citizen, right? And then I think we're ready to drive it. I'm still undecided on the whole patina thing, paint it, not paint it. I'm leaning towards painting it. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Many of you are gonna disagree, but I'm thinking about painting it. I don't know, you guys say this gives it character. I don't know, but that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Getting the rear shocks installed. Next one is gonna be pretty exciting. I think, like I said, we'll put the bed on it and then we'll probably test drive it some, and then it might be time for some new shoes as well. So thank you guys for all the love. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.